Hi everyone, welcome to the Education on the Move again. If you didn't subscribe to my channel, please do so that you don't miss another video in future. Today I just want to talk about the interview. Most of people, when they go to the interview, they cry, they panic, they don't know what they do. So the interview, to tell you the first thing, is something that you need just to be relaxed and just take it easy and be yourself. There's no more things about interview. The interview is just the talk. Like the employer want to see you, who you are a human being, you are existing, so that you are not spam. So that when you go to the interview, you go with the mind that you are going to present yourself to the employer. The employer, most of things for interview, they just want your presentation, to come and present yourself the way how you are. It doesn't matter what kind of job you are coming to, but they just want to see you and how can you answer the question and do something. So most of people, they struggle when go to the interview because they want to try to be the best, when the employer don't want you to be the best. They want to be you to be who you are. If they can give you a chance, you can do what you promise. Because people, they just promise, even lie, some of them. After the interview, they can't perform anything. Because the interview is just one day. And then after interview, they still want you to work. So if you present yourself on the interview, 150%, but on the employment you provide 15%. So how is this thing come to there? So when you go to the interview, present yourself, know yourself, then that's where you answer the question. So some few tips is this one. When you go to the interview, first thing, you need to understand the nature of the interview that we are going, or nature of the company that is working. If the company is, like, for instance, is a logistic, you need to be more aware about logistic, even if the position is not on the logistic side, but you need to be more answers on the logistic side. And then the second thing, you need to do the research, where the company come from, when the company established, what the company actually is doing, maybe the few client and stuff like that. Because if you, like, for instance, you go to the interview, the interviewer interview you, and then when they still busy interview you, they hear that you talk about that one of the client of them, so they're going to get impressed to, this person is not just only focusing on what he's going to do, it's even thing out of the class. So that's it, gonna give you more points. But don't lie, just give the people correct things so that they can trust you. Because when you start to lie on the interview, it shows that you are not trusted person. How can you person lie on the first day and you still keep on trusting him or her? You see, that's one of the danger that we are doing. So the second thing that is very, very important, before you go to the interview, read your CV. Read your CV again and again. What you wrote on the CV, it must be something that you know. Most of people, they lose the job for funny things. They write something on the CV that they don't even know. You see, you find that person say, I know how to configure the PC on the Mac. So they're gonna go some of the interview, they're gonna say, okay, you wrote that you know how to configure the PC on the Mac. Let's go. This is the PC. Start. You find the person, they don't even know what is a Mac. They just hear this thing. So before you write something, you must know that, okay, this I'm writing, and then when I'm going to present, I can present what I wrote on my CV. Because people, they say, I fail interview every time I go to interview, I don't have a luck. It's not that you don't have a luck. You don't do the things in a right way. Do things in a right way, you'll find that you can't go to 5 interview without one interview get correspondence with you. So don't just write everything on your CV. You need to write something that you know about you. And then one other thing is this thing: if you didn't hear the question, don't answer. No. Just tell the interviewer that I missed the question. Then it's possible just to repeat that question. Even if it can show you bad, then the interviewer, they say you are not good listener or stuff like that. But it's bad to answer something that you didn't hear. You just assume. Then you see that you are going to answer wrong things. So you need to be careful on some of the things. And then if they ask you a question that you don't understand, for me, important part is just to tell them that I hear the question, but I'm not clear about that question. Can you maybe give me a little clarity? Some the interviewer, they are not worried. They can even explain you and give you example, because they just want to test you. How are you going to answer the question, or who you are? They want to know who you are. So they can't know you when they ask you something that you don't understand, because you are going to answer the wrong things. So you need to be careful when you answer some of the question. So if they know who you are and stuff like that, then it's gonna be easier for you to give you that job. So another things that you need to do, you need to show yourself related to the job that is being advertised. Even if you know you are good in this area, but try to be closer to what they advertised, the position, so that it's gonna go very better to you, that this person, at least they like this nature of this job. So don't just be too much on the things that is not going to be related to that job. So you need to be show the strong point to the side of the job that they're advertising, so that they can, when they take you, they can say, no, this person is a good person to show on this position. So then that's how it's gonna give you more chance. And then lastly, one thing that you need to understand on the interview, they're gonna ask you on the last, say, do you have any question? This question, for me, you need to be say, I have a question. At least you show one question. Then on that question, just ask something that you show them that you are part of the interview, you are listening to the interview the whole day. And then maybe you can ask 2 or 3 questions. 3 questions is enough. Don't ask more than 3, because it's gonna be more. But if it's possible, the question that you ask first, they can create the second question. If the second question create the third one, you ask the third one. The third one create the fourth one. Then you ask like that and that. So you need to be careful on this thing. And then one thing, when you finish the interview, you can start to hear that if this company is interested on you or not. Sometimes before even you finish the interview, they start to ask you about your size of shoes and stuff like that. So then you didn't finish even the interview, but they ask you about something that they show you, like you're going to start the work very soon. So you need to be careful about this kind of things, and even when you answer. And then this thing, they're gonna give you the hope. Or the interview is taking longer than 15 minutes. So you can see these people, they're asking you questions, they want to know about you. So this, it shows that you are existing on the market. And if you didn't get that interview, don't get discouraged. Sometimes you didn't meet all the requirements that they are looking, but you are still a good candidate for another company and another position. So sometimes they didn't give you the chance on the first interview, but in that company, when the opportunity comes, they're still gonna remember you. Hey, there's a person who is doing well on the first interview on this area and this area. So let's try to call again. So they call you to give you the chance to show yourself, because if they didn't, you get discouraged, you lose the hope, so that you cannot, even the second chance when they come, you're gonna feel it. So don't get discouraged if they didn't select you on the interview. Keep positive, and then no interviews like anything in the life in general. You cannot always be the winner. You can be the winner sometimes. I cannot say you are a loser. If they want one person on the interview and they interview 5%, it's obvious we can't fit 5 of them. They need only one person, but they can't call just one person. They call 5 people so that they can see who is the best candidates to fit that position. Meaning that you are not a bad candidate. You are the best, but not best on that position. So I hope if you learn something, please give the thumb, and please like the video if you enjoy it, and then tell me on the below comment so that what you are struggling when you go to the interview, when you prepare for the interview, so that I can follow you and try to help you on some of the areas that you need to improve. Thank you.